All right. Greetings. Welcome back to Black Bear News, where everything is connected. How y'all doing? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. People coming in the door. All right. And starting off the show with a tip on Rockfin. Thank you, Orion Rings, for kicking it off right at the beginning. I appreciate that. We're live on YouTube, Rockfin, and on Twitter. Or X, or whatever. Don't you know? Hey, you know what to do. You know what to do. Anyways. We're here. This is Black Bear News, where everything is connected and the viewers are smarter than the average buyer. And we got lots to talk about. So let's get into it. It's just a little palate cleanser. A little wake up. All right, people. It was a good discussion yesterday. And everybody, actually, several people, Denver and several people sent me the link to the original article that we were looking for, or study. The upshot is that they measured UVC in a particular part of the Andes. NASBNABs informed me that sometimes the UV readings in the Andes get up to 20, which is crazy high. That's double pretty dangerous levels. But UVC reaching the Earth is not so great. It seemed like the study was mostly somewhat centered on how the trees withstood these high UV readings and this high UV intake, and they have certain natural protections in place. So which is also very interesting. There are ways that some trees and plants protect themselves from high doses of UV, but not always. Oh man, I actually forgot to upload this. Maybe I can do this while I'm doing the show. Maybe. Let's see if I can do it. Okay. Picture for you guys. But the consensus is the ozone is not what it used to be. And that means generally bad things for people, the planet, plants, trees, etc. Let's see if I can get this to open. What? Oh. Let's see if I can upload this. Slides. Do I have to trash some of these slides? I was doing a lot of slides at one time. Billy Joe Schmo says, according to a retired scientist out of NASA, the ozone has been reduced to 30% of its original. Oh, yikes. 30% of the original is, well, that would fit what we're seeing. as far as changes, damage, high UV. There was another guy that used to do. What was his name? I can't. It was like BB13 or Mr. BB or something that used to take kind of like citizen UV readings from around the country, and people would send him their UV readings, and he was just talking about how they were. This was years ago, probably like 5 years ago, that I used to kind of reference this guy. Let's see. Where is it? Oh crap. Is this it? No. Oh, does it have to be a PDF? That's stupid. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to get this in here. I guess I can just put it in. I guess I could just open this up as a web. In the browser. Maybe I can do that. Okay, let's see. Open with. Yeah, no. Wrong. No, that didn't work. Open with Chrome. Come on. Oh, no, you can do it. No, I can't do it. It doesn't want to do it. Why not? All right. Let's see if we can do this real quick. Sorry for the delay. Will they just let me do it like this? This seems to be cheating, but maybe this might be just the cheat that we need. Oh, I'm trying to load a slide in here, and it has to be a PDF, but which is annoying. I'm trying to do it quickly without having to open up like a graphic editor. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. They're not going to let me. I think I'm going to have to do it a different way. But hold on. I know this is taking a little bit of time. I'm going to get into it. I promise. I just wanted to show you the thing I was talking about yesterday with the trees. I was driving around, and I saw just the thing I was talking about. And I was like, hey, that's a perfect example of what, here we go, of what I was saying. All right. Is this going to work? Come on. Tea biscuit. Okay, this might work. No, you certainly can't. I'm losing all my viewers right now doing this. Everybody's super upset. It's all good. It is fine. Fine. Here we go. All right. It's uploading. Come on. Tea biscuit. Sea biscuit. I don't know. We got viewers on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, say hello. All right. Now it's just trying to upload. Sorry, this is turned into a boondoggle. Billy Joe Schmo says UVC could be responsible for the insects dying. Most of the insects I have in my yard or below ground. No, I'm trying to upload a picture, and it's just, I think the image is too big. And also it's kind of warm, so my computers weren't running slow. Well, I'm just going to wait on this to do what it does. Here we go. Hello. Took a long time, but look at that. When I was describing the trees and how the leaves are falling off from the top, leaving these ghastly looking branches, there's a lot of trees in my area that look like this, where there's a bunch of branches sticking out of the top of the tree that are all barren and like scary looking, and then they come around and chop off those little dead parts, and then the trees look kind of normal again, but they keep shrinking. They just shrink as they keep chopping off the little parts. They keep shrinking. Anyways, that's what I wanted to show you. Exciting, isn't it? I think so. All right. I have so many things to cover today. I'm definitely not going to get to them all. But we're going to try and get through what we can get through. Alberto is a tropical storm that's threatening to become a hurricane, or is it already a hurricane? I don't know yet. I think it's definitely a tropical storm, and it is already creating incredible storm surge. And this is pretty wild. Surfside Beach, Texas. It's not even Alberto yet. This is why you shouldn't always focus on landfall. Incredible storm surge in Texas, hundreds of miles from the center of the storm, spinning off the coast of Mexico. I mean, the houses are on stilts, so I think they expect this kind of thing. The houses are on stilts. It looks like they're built for this kind of stuff. Nonetheless, it's a lot of storm surge. Oh yeah, you've had a lot of flooding in Germany, Stefan. Yeah, yeah. A lot of places. Yeah, Germany, Italy, all kinds of places had lots of flooding, right? But yeah, I know you guys got hit pretty hard. And it seems to be every day these days. Got a couple more. Or one more video on this at least. The people saying we didn't think it was going to be that bad. Chaos on Surfside Beach, Texas, as vacationers rushed to escape the storm. Storm surge swamping the island. Yikes. Well, yeah, there's lots of stilts. Houses and stilts.
Go.
Florida absolutely got flooded. You have seawalls going up everywhere? Okay. Hope they're not made of sand.
We saw it start last night.
Like they tried in Massachusetts.
Might get swamped, or?
Yeah, a little bit.
Was there a reason why you waited till this morning, or?
We didn't think it was going to get that bad.
Never do. Yeah. Sucky vacation happenings, right? If it's vacation time. Tropical storm Alberto has formed over the western Gulf of Mexico. Latest satellite view. I should start covering the countries that don't have floods. I don't know what countries those might be. I mean, every country, Turkey, Russia. It seems like every country has gotten it. You can smell the video, the smell of the ocean mixed with soil and sand. Oh, real quick, I forgot to thank Lou, who is a stalwart, watches the show, has been watching for a long time. And every once in a while, Lou sends me these gigantic bags of coffee. And I'm like, yes, thank you so much, Lou, because you know how much I love the coffee. And that keeps me going for a good long while. And it's really delicious coffee, too. Thank you. Thanks, Lou. Creative Experiment says, I have a good idea for a horror movie, a killer weatherman that tells lies to make people get in dangerous climate change disasters. Dubai and Saudi Arabia has been, yep. Well, we'll look at a couple of other places today, just from the last day. Philippines. Getting it. Philippines are on the block today. Heavy downpours flooded the streets of Cebu. I had a thought today, or a realization that I don't see. You know, as you all know, I watch a whole range of information, news channels and information channels, and I particularly listen to a lot of alternative journalists. Because their coverage of other topics is really good. However, a lot of these alternative journalists are strongly in the climate change is a hoax camp. But I've noticed lately they don't really the whole climate change is a hoax coverage is dwindling down to next to nothing. I think because it's becoming kind of obvious. It's getting a little harder to sell that one, which is fine. Everybody, everybody comes to realizations in their own time, I guess. I don't know. Is that? Well, that I guess that's kind of that's a cool thing, Gene. I have a form of lexical gustatory synesthesia, where spoken words and visual things like photos or video can cause a smell associated with them. I think that's kind of awesome when that happens. That happens to me occasionally, not all the time, but sometimes yes. Well, it was a thought that stuck out to me, Jazz Farm. Like, yes, I have many, many thoughts. I have many thoughts, but it was one of those. Sometimes you're just going about your day, and then you have this kind of a realization over time. You kind of have noticed or become aware of a particular thing. Something stands out in the data that you're always getting all the time, right? Where you're getting data all the time from all types of places, right? Anyways, I noticed that there was a difference in the data set over the last few months. When you can snatch the pebbles from my hand, it is time for you to leave. All right. Let's keep going. There's a pilgrimage to the Hajj. The Hajj pilgrims to Mecca. And the numbers have changed quickly. This particular post said 550. 550 Hajj pilgrims have died in Mecca as temperatures have soared above 50 degrees Celsius. That is really horrific. I've seen as high as 900. Man. Bodies are seen on the streets. Fears that the toll may go up. The toll has gone up. I did see a higher number. Maybe I can find it. Maybe I can find it real quick. Hold on. Or maybe not. Maybe this is wishful thinking. What's happening here? Okay. It's getting a little bit warmer here, guys, so things are slowing down already. Well, this is saying 550. Graphic images, several dead bodies of Hajj pilgrims can be seen in this video, now viral on social media. They promote this Islamist tourism and make billions from it. I saw another post that said 900. Man. Oh, the Hajj is the temple in Mecca. Yes. Yes. Well, I can't find it, so that's fine. Horrific, though. And yeah, promoting tourism into an extreme weather zone is fairly despicable. And if you if you know anything about anything, kind of everything is an extreme weather zone at this point. You just never know. Or you should just assume that extreme weather is more likely to come your way than not. Pretty much everywhere that you're going. So just be prepared, be on the lookout, stay notified of what's going on. Right? If you are on the road, if you are traveling. My whole studio smells like coffee. That sounds like amazing this coffee is. It's very, very strong. I'm surrounded by a cloud of coffee aroma. Is the description hit you yet, Gene? All right. This is in Spain. This is where they were hit by a series of tsunamis, which are not seismic induced tsunamis. They're weather induced tsunamis. On Wednesday morning, the port of Ciutadella in Menorca experienced at least 5 large risagas, or meteotsunamis, with sea oscillations over 1 meter, according to Amet. The threat is expected to continue until 8 a.m. Thursday. So they're having a series of these inundations Okay. The Hajj is the pilgrimage to Mecca. Okay. That's what I thought. I was right the first time. Mecca is the place. The Hajj is the pilgrimage. Okay. But I found this description of a meteotsunami. Meteotsunamis are large waves that scientists are just beginning to better understand. And like tsunamis triggered by seismic activity, meteotsunamis are driven by weather events such as fast-moving severe thunderstorms, squalls, or other storm fronts with a change in pressure. So there you go. All right. What's up, Rock Finners? What's up, Rock Finners? Y'all cozy over there? All right. I may have to start. I'd like to get more people watching on Rockfin. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll do some special content for Rockfin only or something. Or maybe I'll have to do what I used to do, which is leave YouTube and go to Rockfin for the last couple of minutes. I don't know. I do like to get people over to Rockfin. There was, I don't know if it's really still. This is from yesterday. There was a fire in the area. This is in Gorman. We talked about it yesterday. The post fire took out an auto store, McDonald's in Gorman, scorching 15,000 acres in Southern California with hot, dry conditions fueling the blaze. This is what left a bunch of there were several fires in California yesterday. Yeah, Shani, yes. I imagine you are. I don't know where you are. Are you feeling any effects yet? I know some of the coast of Texas has already gotten quite a bit of storm surge. I don't know if you're affected by that at all. Anyways, I didn't see so much smoke and ash today. So I think that they've mostly got that under control. Port Aransas, South Texas on the Barrier Island, Mustang Island. Oh. So are you seeing some of the storm surge there? Are you okay? Are you holding out? This is from India. Searing heat wave temperatures in northern India pushed power demand to record high. The government said Tuesday, with the residents of the capital, New Delhi, also struggling with water shortages. It's sleeping in a river hot. Doesn't this actually make you, doesn't it conjure up the images of Ministry for the Future? It's kind of exactly. I mean, this is one person. The book is describing hundreds, if not thousands, of people. It looks like this is a clip. This is a passage from. This is a passage from Ministry for the Future here. I'm following this link. I want to see what's happening here. They're linking to something on YouTube. What is it? I've been reading this book on YouTube, so there's that. Somebody also says this could be the opening of the book Ministry for the Okay. What? No. Oh, they're linking to a global lecture of the Ministry for the Future with Kim Stanley Robinson. And I don't know. Anyways, not gonna check this out. But let's look at this article for just a moment. Searing heat wave temperatures. I read this. Much of northern India has been gripped by a brutal month-long heat wave, with temperatures regularly soaring above 45 degrees Celsius. Northern India has been experiencing high demand conditions due to a prevailing heat wave since May 17th. That's like a whole month of heat wave. The Ministry of Power said in a statement, adding it had been forced to import 25 to 30% more power from neighboring regions. Despite these challenging conditions, the highest ever peak demand of 89 gigawatts in the northern region was successfully met. India is no stranger to scorching summer temperatures, but years of scientific research have found climate change is causing heat waves to become longer, more frequent, and more intense, especially if you just call it by the good old-fashioned global warming, which is what it is. Crazy winds and rain. Okay, good. Glad you're okay. Stay that way. India is the world's third biggest emitter of greenhouse gases, but is committed to achieve a net zero emissions economy by when? 2070. Well, the goalposts just keep on changing, don't they? I thought it was 2050. I thought 2050 was like the global goal. And then China was like, how about 2060? And then India was like, how about 2070? And then they were like, 1.5 is a guardrail. Oh, well, it's, the long established guardrail of 2 degrees Celsius. Okay. Okay, guys. Anyways, they are committed to net zero by 2070, 2 decades after most of the industrialized West, which nobody is going to make. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, we're going to get to net zero when everything collapses. So I think that'll be the quickest way. As far as policies that will actually get us there, I don't see it. I think a lot of people don't see that happening. Hate to be so negative, but I just don't see it. So yeah, the quickest way to net zero is for the world economy to collapse, and then, we'll have very little activity. But people will be burning everything else in sight, so I don't think that's going to be net zero either. Ooh, we're going to talk about. I think I'm going to read this article that just. We're going to go dark at the end of this. Very dark. Man is going doomer? Really? Is he? Man says we can stay below 1.5? All right. I like to. And now for my next trick, let me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Nothing up my sleeve. Presto. Billy Joe Smo. I personally think the whole world could achieve zero emissions in the next 20 years. Nobody will be here, just a radioactive shroud from 440 plus nuclear power plants. Melting down, yeah. That sounds good, Jazz Farm. I think I might take you up on that. got a whole bunch of coffee, and that'll keep us up. Authorities have avoided widespread blackouts, but there have been multiple localized power outages when supply equipment failed in the intense heat. Ministry said it ordered power companies to maintain a high state of alert and minimize forced outages of equipment. People across Delhi, a sprawling megacity with an estimated population of more than 30 million residents, have been forced to rely on water tankers to meet demand. The authorities have reduced supply to cope with demand. Expanding this week to the city's heart in New Delhi, the base of government offices and the homes of top political leaders, Delhi relies almost entirely on water supplies from the neighboring agrarian states of Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. However, given the intense heat and the surge in demand in the respective states, city authorities say they were not supplied enough. Residents in Delhi also blame politicians for poor planning and underinvestment in basic infrastructure. Sounds about right. India Meteorological Department, the National Weather Bureau, warned that the heat wave conditions are likely to continue until Thursday before gradually easing. It has repeatedly warned people of the very high likelihood of developing heat illness and heat stroke in all ages, with extreme care needed for vulnerable people. Russia has been getting it in the old what for with the floods. So it's Moscow, somewhere in Moscow. Well, doesn't the word guardrail just make you feel safe, you know? Guardrail. The guardrail is going to keep us in the lane and not not let us go over the cliff. Right? We're going to stay within the guardrail because the guardrail is going to guard the edge of the cliff from us falling over the edge of the cliff. That's the guardrail. The word guardrail is supposed to make you feel all comfy and cozy and safe and whatnot. They also have gotten it in Ecuador. Screams of panic as floods and mudslides drag away vehicles in Baños de Agua Santa. Ecuador, at least 6 casualties reported so far. Yikes, that does not look like fun. Whoops. Everything going away in that mudslide. Heavy rain this afternoon has caused flooding in Oaxaca. Again. I think I think Oaxaca has been hit quite a few times. Oh, dang. Jazz Farm says we had an Amazon truck hit the guardrail, jumped the median, hit vehicles that sent 8 people to hospital an hour from here. Yeah. Guardrails don't do much if you're if you're not actually controlling your vehicle or controlling yourself. Not much guardrails can do. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Well, I want to read this article, but I think it might be a little... It was a battle of the seasons as the eastern U.S. sweltered under heat advisories while parts of the West saw June snowfall on Monday.
It is June 17th. It's snowing.
It's snowed in Montana and
June
Wyoming.
17th. It is June 17th. It's snowing. It is June 17th.
So, going quickly back to India. No, that's not right. That is not correct. No? That post has been deleted. Okay. Interesting. Is this post still here? Mecca, Saudi Arabia experienced its hottest day in recorded history on Monday, reaching a searing 51.8 C, 125, which is probably why so many people are having problems there. This is life-threatening heat. Let's see. Oh my God, I have too many. Way too many. Way too many links here. Okay. Going to pause here and say that if you particularly enjoy watching the show, if you like the show coming to you for free, 9 every Monday through Friday, and you say to yourself, man, this show is really like this show, I want to support it financially, and I would say unto you, that's a great idea. And you can do that. There's lots of links in the description box of either YouTube or Rockfin. You can go there and find out how to support, PayPal's, Zells, Cash Apps, Venmos, etc., coffees. And to everyone that has already donated, thank you. I thank you. Well, let's look at this. We're just gonna look at something weird for a second. A fully edible robot could soon end up on our plate, says scientists. Denver sent me this the other day, and I meant to look at it. A fully edible robot could soon end up on our plate if we overcome some technical hurdles, said EPFL scientists involved in RoboFood, a project which aims to marry robots and food. Delicious. I mean, I was just thinking the other day, I was thinking to myself, man, how can I get some food that is also a robot, or robot that is also food? I was having just that thought. Food crawls into mouth? No. 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 That's terrible. That is bad. Vivid. Bad. Robots and food have long been distant worlds. Robots are inorganic, bulky, and non-disposable. Food is organic, soft, and biodegradable. Yet research that develops edible robots has progressed recently and promises positive impacts. Robotic food could reduce electronic waste. What? Help deliver nutrition and medicines to people and animals in need, monitor health, and even pave the way to novel gastronomical experiences. No, thank you. But how far are we from having a fully edible robot for lunch or dessert? And what are the challenges? Scientists from the Robo Food Project, based at EPFL, address these and other questions in a perspective article in the journal Nature Reviews Materials. Bringing robots and food together is a fascinating challenge. Why are you even doing this? This is one of those departments that don't need a budget. Like, just ask the budget immediately. Anyways, in the perspective article, RoboFood, authors analyze which edible ingredients can be used to make edible robot parts and whole robots and discuss the challenges of making them. We are still figuring out which edible materials work similarly to non-edible ones. For example, gelatin can replace rubber. Rice cookies are akin to foam. A chocolate film can protect robots in human environments. And mixing starch and tannin can mimic commercial glues. These and other edible materials make up the ingredients of robotic components. There's a lot of research on single edible components like actuators, sensors, and batteries, said Bokion Quack. This person's name is literally Quack. Bokion Quack, a postdoc in the group of Floriano and one of the authors. In 2017, EPFL scientists successfully produced an edible gripper, a gelatin-made structure that could handle an apple and be eaten afterward. Okay. They recently developed a new conductive ink that can be sprayed on food to sense its growth. What? Why? We don't need this. Nature is beautiful and perfect in the way that she has provided us with the ability to grow just food. We don't need a sensor on the food that's telling us how the food is growing. You just look at the food. You say it's grown or it's not grown. It's time to pick it and eat it. That's how you tell. We need a sensor to tell us how the food is going? No, I don't think so. The sensors are called eyeballs. We have them. Thank you. God. This is like, this really does. Joseph Wood says, and thus the hairless talking monkey's insanity is complete. Yeah, I was going to say, this actually just indicates, or this outlines how technology and science can just produce just utter uselessness, right? And present it as progress, right? But this is not useful, necessary. Nobody needs this, wants this. This is absolute, and the only thing I can think of around this is that something sinister will come from it, of course, right? Because most technology, yes, it can totally help mankind to, go new places and do new things and all that kind of stuff. But most technology just pretty much ends up becoming weapons, right? Really, or consumer products that end up being weapons themselves, right? Because they end up being consumer products that end up either hurting us or hurting the planet or both. Anyways, this is this is This is a no for me, dog. Yeah, Joseph, I have that thought pretty much every day. And I wish I didn't. And I feel bad about having that thought. But then I go, you know, we're just a ship of fools. With this, we're a ship of fools doing foolish shit. And is there really, is this really like a great thing that everybody's, some great experiment that everybody's engaged in? No, mostly everybody just wants a muscle car and, to go on vacation and, I don't know what. That's it. That's what you're here for? Just to be a bing bong among bing bongs? Great. Great. In 2023, IIT researchers realized the first rechargeable edible battery using riboflavin and quercetin in the battery poles. Wasn't quercetin good for curing COVID? I think it was. Adding activated carbon to facilitate electron transport in nori algae used to wrap sushi to prevent short circuits. Packaged with beeswax, the 4-centimeter wide edible battery can operate at 0.65 volts. Still a safe voltage in case of ingestion. 2 edible batteries connected in series can power a light-emitting diode for about 10 minutes. Great. That's awesome. You guys are doing great work. Another round of funding? Okay. Keep at it. Keep going, guys. Extra Bulla says, I'm starting a morning show July 1st at 10 a.m. Nice. Everybody familiar with the Extra Bulla? I would recommend watching that show. That's cool, man. Excellent. I'll tune in. They made a battery out of it. I think you can make a battery out of a lot of things. Just, why do you want to eat it? Well, I mean, what's the point? They're like, just in case of ingestion. It's not too much voltage. Why would you eat it? Why are you making an edible whatever. I mean, okay. In all fairness, I will say, if you could make an organic battery, I think it would be much better for the planet, right? Wouldn't an organic battery be like, if you could make a battery out of food, that would be much better for the planet than making the batteries that we currently use. So I would say, kudos, if you could do that and it could be useful and we could use that instead of the nasty, toxic, just absolutely off the scales toxic batteries that we use now. So, could be cool. I'll give them a point for that. A dystopian morning show. Nice. Nice. Yes, creative experiments. Food is a battery. Our cells discharge the energy. Ding, 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 ding. Exactly. Food is the battery. That's right. That's right. Well, that's something I really didn't need to know about, but now we all know. We are the batteries. Sure. We're pretty ingenious batteries at that. If not downright clever. All right, guys. Well, let's see. Let's see if I have somebody to thank. Some weirdo tipped me 5 cents on PayPal. I'm not really sure what this. I think I need to block this person because it looks like a weird. But I mean, sorry. No offense. If you really meant to tip me 5 cents, it's a little weird. But thanks for the 5 cents. I guess I don't know. I think this is not a. I think this is something hinky. That's why I think It actually looks suspect to me. But I was like, really? Somebody tipped me 5 cents. That's odd. That is odd. And almost concerning. Oh, word. I did get a tip on Venmo from Shawnee. Thank you. Shawnee says, thank you for what you do. I appreciate that. Thank you, Shawnee. Thank you. I think that's it. Guys, I don't think there will be a show tomorrow. So yeah, it's looking like there's going to be no show tomorrow, and I apologize for that, but I'll be back Friday. And we'll read this very dark article on Friday, I think, about what happens when everybody runs out of food. How about that one? You want to you want to tune in for that? I don't know, just to give you a little teaser. Dark Friday then. Yes. The 5 cent tip. Kevin makes a 5-year-old cry. Yeah, I don't know. No, it looks hinky though, because the picture on it is like, just some only, kind of OnlyFans looking. So I'm like, something about this is very wrong. So I think I need to just like block the whole thing. It's one of those. I was like 5 cents. All right. Thanks, guys. Peace out. I'll see you Friday. And thanks for your eyes, your ears, and your conscience. And definitely thank you for the conversation. Hold on, I had to unmute this. Jimmy Dore shouted out Black Bear News. Did he? Is that true, Max RJ? I need receipts. I need receipts on this. Did he really shout out Black Bear News? I kind of don't really believe it. Anyways, okay, thanks guys. I'm gonna go find that.